All right, guys, today's the 25th of July, 2025. Crazy Market Talk with KEL. Crazy, where logic meets profits. All right, so we're going to go into the macro picture for this morning's session, and let's see what we can have for today. All right, here we go. And this morning we have the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq continue to trade higher. As you can see right now, the market is really emphasizing on the earnings, which is surprisingly not very good. But because the Magnificent Seven counters are doing well, the market is following it, as we all know. Now, later on, I'll be doing an MAO video to explain to you the very important of why. Although the Federal Reserve, the interest rate is still at a high level, but if you look carefully, the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve has been increasing once again since the April of 2025. That means that you will notice right now the market sentiment is exactly what happened in the past, where the stock market will just keep on going higher and higher and higher relentlessly. Now, when you put in so much billions of dollars into the market, it's very, very sure that the market will keep on going up. So you can see what's happening right now that uh, this cryptocurrency is rising, the stock market is rising, and despite the earnings are bad, stock price still continue to go higher. So this again very craziness that US is trying to do, and we all know that it won't end up well. I'll explain to you more in detail later on. Yeah. All right. So the thing is this: we can see right now the Alphabet had come out their results, and wait a minute, this is the old one. Hold on, yeah. Hold on a minute. Hold on, just something, wait, something, hold on, there's an error here, I think. There we go. Wait, something is wrong on my side. Yes, that's correct. Thursday, correct. Yeah. Okay, so the thing is this right now that we also know that the IBM didn't do well and Tesla dropped very badly, it lost 8% overnight because of the automobile avenue that fell. But what is most important now is this. Everyone is looking between the President Donald Trump and the US Federal Reserve. The White House says that Trump will be making a visit to the Federal Reserve on Thursday, which is later on today, escalating his pressure campaign against Jerome Powell. Now, if you look at it from one angle, right, it may seem like dog and dog barking each other, but you look at it carefully, who knows they're actually doing a show here and try to make the market confused. Yeah, but then it's the first time in 2 decades a president make a trip to the bank. I repeat, yes, this is the first time in the last 20 years, okay, that an American president make an official trip to the central bank. Now that's how serious it is. Now I can tell you what will happen here. Donald Trump will come out from the bank and say that he has done everything he need to do and it's good and blah blah blah. So the market will like it. Then after that, Jerome Powell said that nothing is done, nothing is said, and then the whole thing will escalate again. So that's how Donald Trump always do his tactics. Yeah, he will always make a good front that everything is perfect. Then if the other person say no good, right, then actually the onus is back to that person itself. So this is a very very smart way of doing negotiation. And no matter how he will lose, but of course when you do this so often, right, people know your style already, right? Then they will call your bluff. So again, this is how it's going right now, yeah? All right, so we all know that 1st of August is coming in, the tariff is going to be hit, and that is where in the next 6 days we will know exactly what is happening, and then you will know that which country is swimming naked. And of course, that's where the thing will all happen, yeah? So Donald Trump will be the first president going over to Jerome Powell to spar over the current renovation costs and also talking about the current interest rate. Now he's not going to talk about the firing threat. It's so funny, right? You cannot come to my house and then ask me to be fired, right? So we don't think he'll do that, but likely it's talk about the interest rate and also about the so-called current issue. Now, something interesting here itself is that Donald Trump seemed to be diverting attention from the controversy surrounding his administration handling the Jeffrey Epstein's file. This is interesting because we all know that the Jeffrey Epstein's file has been brought up again and again and again. Now, every time when this is brought up itself, right, the government will push it down, push it down. So, of course, if Jeffrey Epstein files do show that Donald Trump was involved in something not so nice, this will become a very big controversial because we all know that recently itself, right, the US is very upset with such a thing, and if the president is doing something that was not supposed to be done, in his early days. Now that will again hit his image, yeah. So of course, this one we will wait and see how it goes, and we will know what's going to happen. So you can see right now that Jerome Powell actually is speaking to the reporters, and they're going through the renovation in the White House. Now, what is scary is that this Tesla actually, a lot of people don't understand why Tesla is losing money because they're supposed to have a lot of Bitcoin, right? So again, thing is this, that actually after they bought the $1.5 billion of Bitcoin, they actually sold it when the market was tanking. Oh my God. So you see, Tesla has such a big team. They have the marketing team, they have the investment team, they have all the team, but yet they actually sold down the Bitcoin holding when it was tanking last year. As a matter of fact, after they sold, right, wow, that means Tesla will make billions of dollars if they didn't sell. But of course, it sold, so too bad. So what a waste. That's why everybody asking how come Tesla did not do well this time around, despite the earnings in the Bitcoin. They only released the information, okay? So, wow, that's okay. That's something that we kind of shocked, but that's normal. And because of that, Tesla shares plunged by 8% after the weak quarter for this auto sales. Yeah? So definitely for sure, whatever he has done in the White House hasn't really bring him the credential that he is not supposed to get. And it seems that there will be more competition for Tesla from China and Europe, especially the lower EV. And the thing is this right now, they only contribute a very low end of EV as of last year. So there's some saying that Tesla is running out of money, and that's why, because they bought this, they bought that, they are basically saturated with too many companies. So that's the reason why, again, people are calling it short against Elon Musk. So you can see at the moment right now, this is the Tesla quarterly revenue, and you can see that it has really came off. It was has peaked between 2020 to 2023. There was a peak over there, and now it's coming off. All right. So some people says that it's going to be further upside, but I think that we should take a break from here. Now, the ECB is expected to hold interest rate as tariff turmoils continue. That is something that we expected, so nothing to be worried about. And last but not least, gold came off because we have the initial jobless claim that beats the forecast. CMP enforced the Federal Reserve to keep on the steady term, and also the manufacturing PMI shows early sign of economic softening. And of course, we all know that the market now is looking for an alternative for investment. Yeah. All right, so with all the macro picture, I hope that you understand that why we do macro picture sharing. It's just a very shortcut. I will select the best news for you guys to take it back. All right, so let's go into the trading market. Now, for the trading market, it's kind of easy to understand if you actually understand the OP rule. Now, the 2 days ago, when the market opens here itself, opened straight away, it went down, closed near the low. Yesterday, opens, closed down the low. Now, the only thing is this, keep on having people asking me the same question over and over again, is that why the KSI can be green while the price is falling down? Well, it's the same thing that when you ask me the same question is that why the market is going up and yet the KSI can be red. So I repeated to you many, many times, how do we use this thing? Okay, let's show you again. So the thing is this, okay? When the market is going up, when the market is coming down, you have the natural indicator that would show you the same thing. Now, you don't need this indicator because when market is going up or going down, you can see it visibly. So why do we need to have something so different? Okay, so first of all, right, below OP, we know it's a sell. There's nothing to debate about it. Number two, when the market is coming down itself, right? Why with a KSI green? Because we know that every KTR, the market will have some stoppage, and that's why you need to have this to inform you. So the thing is this: once the market below OP, you just have to sell, but instead of sell big, you sell small, and then just hold your position and take profit along the way. So that is the strategy when you see the market is coming down and the KSI is green, sorry, it's green color. So of course you say, but KEL, isn't that very silly here? If we have sold the market heavily and then come down, we will make a lot more money, right? Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Then maybe would you want to explain this to me? When the market was going up over here, right? Okay, you can see that the thing is this, the market still has the thing coming down all the way. All right. So of course you say then isn't that the case? But then if that is the case, then look over here then. Where the market is coming down, the KSI retained green. So what I'm trying to explain here itself is that we are here to just trade the market day to day. And as long as the indicator tell us that what we should do, as long as below OP we sell, below OP we sell, that's good enough. So when the time comes where you can go heavy, because you see when the price comes down, the KSI is green. When the rebound comes in, look at the way it flush up itself. It's incredible. So I am actually waiting for this. Yes, indeed, I'm waiting for this. I think that if gold can stay above 3350, which is the MA30, I think that gold has the probability to go up again. And that's why I'm doing this. So again, guys, I was shorting gold. I told you to short gold together with me. I tell you what to do, but I say sell small. So you control yourself in the market. Yeah. Now, next thing to watch out for is that when you do your charting, you will notice that, hey, how come there is two sets of KCB? Like here got one set, then here got two more set, right? Okay, that is because there's a error. In order to switch the error away, you just have to change the time frame from day chart to 5 minute back to day chart. You'll be able to see the thing coming back, but the KCB will be only one pair. So when the market is above OP, the KCB will be on top. If the market is below OP, the KCB will be at the bottom. So when you see the KCB, you know that the market is above OP or below OP. It's a very important strategy that you need to be concerned for, yeah? Okay, so today the opening price 3368, the MLP is 3378. So the first TP for today will be the MLP if the market stays above OP. Now, if the market breaks below OP, then the low end itself will be 3363. That is the lower end. And if the market continue to fall further, we can see as low as 3351. Now, one thing let you take a look yourself, right? Very important is that you can see this is the diamond here. I'll talk about this diamond later on in our revision, yeah? Okay. All right. So that is for gold. Let's look at the US Dow Jones. Now, US Dow Jones is also having the same issue whereby when the Dow Jones is coming down, I was telling people around me, say this downside got a bit of problem. It may not really go down much. And truth be told, after that, the market really rebounded. Okay, so now what's for today? Today, the opening price is 44,746. The MLP is now being triggered at 44,822. So now it's a very important point. If the market can stay above MLP, it should be able to go back to pivot 2 level at 44,904. And with the KSI green, KCX black, it's going to be very supportive. But if the market fail to cross MLP strongly and firmly, this is where my concern is because today is still a classic sell signal if the market stay below OP, right? So if the market do break below OP, there is a very high chance we can see the market going down all the way to 44,294. Although the probability now is low because of the strength in the market and the earnings and stuff like that. But if you look carefully itself, right, the market took about nearly 7 days to be up by 1,200 points. Now, usually such a magnitude, 4 or 5 days can settle. So this time round, it took a bit longer of time. And also, I warn you guys regarding my personal view on the Warren Buffett indicator. We are now actually at a very overvalued price, even though the price looks okay, even though everything looks good, but you must understand that we might face some resistance here. So watch out for MLP. I think it is kind of resisted right now at this number, 44,822. Now, yesterday I talked about silver, and I'm still very big advocate of silver as I like this counter. I think today silver is set to trade above OP. We can try again. We can see the first target 939.50, and then of course you can see the $40 target as the next one here. So, all right. So this is what I'm looking for silver. Now this is the price for crude oil. I believe crude oil is really stabilizing to go up soon. Now, whenever you don't see the diamond, just press refresh, the diamond come out. So now you can see right now there is a line here, and the market has resisted it once. I believe the next time it go, it will be rushing away. So watch out for this. I think it will happen in probably August to September period. Yeah, a very big jump again on crude oil. Yeah, all these are consolidation, very positive divergence, and of course, if you have the line, it'll be even more perfect. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do two more things, and today I want to do a special. I want to Tesla to show you the power of the system. So this is what happened to Tesla. Now, yesterday Tesla was doing fine all the way. The diamond was supportive, and then the price went all the way up. Okay, that was good. But once the market basically opens below the pivot two, the market just gives you a chance and start to sell. All right, so that is the market that we can see for Tesla. Now, Tesla, if you ask me, I'm looking at the 284, sorry, to be buying, or 296. This one is too near and it's very near to the MA30. I don't like it. I prefer Tesla to come down all the way to 284. Then maybe we can do a short-term buy at 284. Nothing more, nothing less, just 284 for Tesla, yeah. All right, NVIDIA is definitely the baby of the market. Everyone loves NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the first company that hit $4 trillion in market cap. Really amazing company. And you can see that it continued to much higher. Now, someone asked me, "Kel, where do you think is the turning point for this NVIDIA?" I believe it's about 180 to 183, where that by the next earnings should be able to see this. But then again, that will push the company to really very, very overvalued. So therefore, I believe that once it hit about this level, that will be a pullback. Right? What's a real pullback? It's going to be difficult. It could be an accounting issue, it could be a human resource issue, it could be a trader issue. But then after that, the market should be going up again. All right. So that's why I say those who want to get out of the market first to get it cheap and buy back again, yeah, it's a good idea. Right, can consider doing that. Okay, I do one currency for everybody. Now, because the ECB is not going to cut rate, right? So that's why now you can see that the euro seemingly still all right, still holding on. Now, one thing to note today, euro have to stay over 11736 because the KSI is also red in color. So if the market do break below this number 11736, which is very normal in the open sea, we can see it coming down all the way to 1.16696 level. All right, it is possible for this to happen after the news is over, everybody blow up portion, and they will now come back in again. All right, so that will be all for this morning's session regarding gold, silver, Dow Jones, Tesla, and Nvidia. Hope that you like this session. We'll take a short break for 1 minute. We'll come back for the revision, and we will be talking about gold and how can you make money from gold the right way itself. Okay. What is this 5-minute diamond form? Oh, okay, okay, can. So you want to take a look at the 5-minute diamond form? Sure, I can take a look. Okay, yes, it's formed. Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, it's forming, and I think that this could be the one gonna bring it higher. Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to this later on. We'll do the short break first for 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you.